Have you ever wondered if the difference between a totally average life and a truly extraordinary one actually starts, before the workday even begins? Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to see how the very first hour of your day might just be the single most important piece of real estate in your entire life.
Because, well, here's a pretty fascinating reality. Long before 8 a.m., before the rest of the world even starts asking for their time, some highly successful people have already exercised, learned something incredibly valuable, and actively spent time building a future that doesn't rely entirely on a paycheck. I mean, they're building serious momentum while the rest of the world is, let's be honest, just hitting snooze. But before we get carried away, we need to clear up a massive misconception.
Okay, let's dive into this. Because I promise you, simply waking up at 5 a.m. does not automatically make you a millionaire, right? There is absolutely no magical hour that suddenly drops wealth into your lap. Phew. Actually, scratch that idea completely. The real advantage we're talking about today isn't just about waking up early at all. It's really about learning how to control your time before everyone else starts demanding it from you. So, to really wrap our heads around this, let's look at two guys, Alex and Ryan. They're both 28 years old, living in the US, working similar jobs with similar salaries, and they both want the exact same thing, which is financial freedom. They are literally at the exact same starting line. But, as we're going to see, their mornings are completely different. And it's these tiny, seemingly insignificant differences in their morning choices that over a 10-year span are going to completely alter the trajectory of their lives. Okay, so picture this. It's 5:30 a.m. Alex's alarm goes off. The room is pitch black, the bed is super warm, and honestly, he does not feel like getting up. But Alex operates on a totally different definition of discipline. He doesn't believe discipline means feeling magically motivated every single morning. He believes discipline simply means keeping promises to yourself. So he gets up, he makes his bed, he drinks a glass of water, and he intentionally leaves his phone right there on the nightstand.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the sheer contrast in how these two start their mental engines. Alex knows his phone isn't evil or anything, but he refuses to start his day reacting to the world. He starts his day deciding. Ryan, on the other hand, well, he hits snooze until about 6:45 a.m. When he finally grabs his phone at 7:10, one text turns into Instagram, which turns into a YouTube short, and then a news alert. By 7:35, he realizes he's late, jumps out of bed, grabs a coffee, and just sprints out the door. Think about that. He just gave the very first 30 minutes of his day over to algorithms. His day hasn't even officially started, yet he's already stressed out.
So while Ryan is eventually rushing out the door in a panic, back at 5:45 a.m., Alex is putting on his workout clothes for a 30-minute session. Now, he's not doing some 2-hour grueling workout that leaves him unable to walk. He doesn't have a fancy, expensive trainer. He just moves his body. Maybe running today, maybe just going for a walk tomorrow. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Because the absolutely crucial point here is that your body is a core part of your productivity system. When you're constantly tired, everything, your thinking, focusing, decision-making, it all becomes incredibly hard. This workout gives Alex the energy to create opportunities, and it really reinforces his identity as someone who does exactly what they said they would do. And this brilliantly illustrates how Alex leverages his time next. At 6:20 a.m., post-workout, he sits down with a coffee and a book for just 20 minutes. Just 20 minutes. He's not trying to speed read 100 books a year. He's learning useful skills like investing, negotiation, marketing, maybe psychology or leadership. Why? Because he knows his earning potential is not fixed. By learning before he consumes, he leverages the compound effect of knowledge. Hundreds of hours of focused learning over a few years, that drastically increases his value in the marketplace. Next up, by 6:45 a.m., Alex opens his financial app. He's not trying to day trade or predict the next big crypto boom, nothing crazy like that. He's just doing a boring but totally crucial check-in. Are the bills covered? Did those investments go through? Because it's true what they say. You simply cannot manage what you don't measure. Ryan, conversely, just lets his money disappear into these small leaks. Those 10 p.m. delivery orders, forgotten streaming subscriptions he hasn't watched in months, or just random impulse buys. Those leaks don't look all that dangerous until you realize they've literally drained years of your financial future. Alex is focused on building a strong foundation, not just spending a paycheck. So the crucial point is what Alex does next. For 30 minutes, he works on something that belongs entirely to him, not his boss, not his company. He is building an asset. And we really need to redefine what an asset is here. It's not just a house or a stock portfolio. A valuable skill is an asset. A powerful network is an asset. A side business or deep specialized knowledge. These are all assets that increase your future options. Alex knows his job provides income today, but he absolutely refuses to let his entire future depend on one single employer. Right before wrapping up his morning, Alex opens his notebook and writes down his priorities. And notice, it's not a massive, overwhelming to-do list of 20 different items. It's just 3. One for his career, one personal, and one for a long-term goal. He basically asks himself, if I could only accomplish one thing today, what would make the biggest difference? This perfectly protects his attention from modern distractions. Modern life is practically designed to interrupt you, and Alex knows that where your attention goes, your energy follows. And where your energy goes, well, your results follow.
Let's move to and see how this builds. Just look at this incredible momentum. By the time 8 a.m. rolls around and Alex officially starts his workday, he has hydrated, exercised, learned something new, secured his finances, built a personal asset, and protected his attention. No, he hasn't launched a billion-dollar company before breakfast, but he has intentionally set himself up to completely dominate the day. Meanwhile, at 8 a.m., Ryan is just sitting down, drinking a second coffee, totally stressed out and already feeling like he's behind.
But listen, I want to be very clear about something. The goal of this explainer isn't to tell you to blindly copy someone else's morning routine. If you work a night shift, waking up at 5 a.m. is terrible advice. If you have a newborn, your schedule is going to look completely different, and you know what? That is perfectly okay. The question isn't what time do rich people wake up. The actual question you need to ask yourself is, how am I using the time I actually have?
To truly grasp why this matters, just look at this number, 1250. This right here is the striking math of the compound effect. Let's break it down. If you invest just one focused hour a day, 5 days a week, for 50 weeks a year, that's 250 hours. Do that for 5 years, that is 1,250 hours of pure, focused self-improvement. Think about what you could become with that time. A master programmer? A wildly successful content creator? A highly knowledgeable investor? Successful people don't just ask how to make more money, they ask how to make their time more valuable. So let's fast forward 5 years. Alex and Ryan are now 33. Their lives are no longer identical. Alex has incredible options, solid savings, strong network, highly valuable skills. Ryan isn't broke, but he's deeply frustrated, constantly asking himself, why am I not further ahead? The macro realization here is that Alex's success didn't come from one single amazing morning, and Ryan's plateau didn't come from one massive mistake. It all came down to thousands of totally ordinary, intentional mornings repeated over time.
So what does all this mean for your very next morning? Well, you don't need an expensive home gym, and you certainly don't need a perfectly optimized, robotic routine. Start remarkably small tomorrow. Just leave your phone alone for the first 30 minutes, drink a glass of water, move your body a little bit, read just a few pages of a book, glance at your budget, write down 3 daily priorities, and spend just 20 minutes building a skill. That's it. Do that tomorrow, and then do it again the day after, because your future is shaped by the decisions you repeat when nobody else is watching. Which brings us to a final, lingering thought to leave you with today in this explainer. Before 8 a.m. tomorrow, I want you to ask yourself one very simple question. Am I spending the first hour of my day building the life I want, or am I consuming the life other people created? Your future doesn't magically begin someday. It begins with the very next decision you make tomorrow morning. So, use that first hour wisely.